All right, I'm gonna do a quick comparison video, just an overview of two flagship controllers that have pretty much dominated the market for the last, I want to say, 5 years or 6 years in the DJ world, in the mobile DJ world. And specifically, I'll talk about each one, starting with the Pioneer Ddjsx2, which is that one in the front right here. And then secondly, the Numark ns7III, which is right back there. So, real brief, I bought the Pioneer Ddjsx2 in, I think, 2014, around there. But it's about the time it came out. I bought it. It came out, I think I got it 6 months later, 7 months later, around there. It was at that time, it was Pioneer's flagship controller, and I bought it. And it's a good purchase, and I'm glad I got it, because here we are in 2020, and I've rocked shows with it. I've done all kind of events with it, and it still works, as you can see. Then, about a year and a half ago, I bought the Numark ns7III. And I don't have a cover for the Pioneer Ddjsx2 like I do, as you see, for the Numark ns7III. So when I would do gigs, I would put the Pioneer Ddjsx2 in this soft carry case, which is designed specifically to fit a Ddjsx1 or 2 or 3. It's the same size, cushion padding in there. It's got straps on the back so you can backpack it into your event. So I just use that. I would use this, basically, for lack of a better term, gig bag to carry the Pioneer, and then when I'd get there, I'd set it up so I didn't really have to fuss around or worry about a lid or a cover like that. But when I got the ns7III, I felt like I needed the cover, the lid, or whatever. And basically for all the things you would imagine. We can turn it off now. Like scratches, people spilling drinks, anything falling onto the unit, and stuff like that. Now when I got that unit, I got a special on it because I got it at Guitar Center on a Memorial Day sale. So I bought that. I bought a couple of studio monitors. I bought that gig bag, and I bought a microphone. So he took 20% off my entire purchase. So ultimately, that ended up costing me about $900. But brand new out of the gate, it was about $1,000 back then. I don't know what they sell for now, because I know they have a Pioneer Ddjsx2 or 3, which supersedes the 2. So the 2 you might be able to get it for $800 or $850, I don't know. Or Pioneer Ddjsx1, I don't even know if they sell those in the stores anymore. You could probably find those used online for $600 or $700. But the Pioneer Ddjsx2 had a lot of upgrades over the 1, specifically the sound card and the microphone inputs for that give you better microphone sound. This was definitely a professional mixer soundboard. It's a 4-channel independent mixer. You can hook up your microphones, your wireless microphones. It hooks up, it has XLR ports in the back and 3.5 jacks and all that, and I'll show you right now. Let me turn this back on. So looking at the back, here's all your this is your USB, your power button. This is the power cord. You have your phono lines, CD lines, microphone lines, booth out, your master out, and then your XLRs at the edge over there, the master outs, which are XLR. And you have a ground signal connection right there. So you have everything you need back there, which would be typical to hook up for any kind of sound, speakers, microphones, and connecting it to CDJs. or turntables. You can actually hook up turntables or CDJs to this. And it has 4 channels, like I said. So it's a 4-channel mixer. And as I turn it on, you see it go through the gambit of all of its little nonsense. Everything lights up. Let me do that one more time without the flash on. See how everything kind of lights up? So it looks like a doggone Christmas tree. The fader is very smooth. Crossfader, as you would expect. There it says Ddjsx2. You got your cues, your play pause. It's got your booth monitor levels. You can do headphone mixes inside your headphones, so you can understand levels and your master cues and all these different things. Here's your master cue right there. Obviously, it's not hooked up to my computer right now. Here's your tempo right there. You got tempo on both sides. Like I said, it's not hooked up to my computer, so it's not doing anything. It is powered by Serato software, as you see there. Serato. I like Serato. Record box is cool. Tractor's cool. Virtual DJ is really nice as well. I prefer Serato, but I do plan on getting the new Virtual DJ 2021. I've seen the different capabilities, and they've upgraded their stuff. They have skins for both of these. It's a pretty powerful program. I like Serato, and I plan on always using Serato. Serato DJ Pro is what I usually use. But I also do like the Pioneer. The new Virtual DJ 2021. Now, this is just like some polyurethane. This coating here, it's specifically designed for the Numark ns7I, 2, or 3. And that's pretty much how you see the platters there. Those are motorized platters with real vinyl covering them. 4-channel mixer as well as this one. They're both 4-channel mixers. They're both flagship style controllers. They both have FX. They both have 8 drum pads or finger pads. They both do the basic same thing, which is cues, auto rolls, loop, sampler, slicer. They have the same basic functions. Very, very similar layout between the 2 controllers. Now, again, I told you I paid about 900 and something, 925 I think it was, around there, for that back in 2014. And then that I bought in 2019 for maybe it was 2019 I think. So I've had that board over a year, but I bought it for 1,200 and something, brand new, shipped to my house in the box. Brand new. That I bought in the store, in the box, walked out with it that day. That one I bought online from a retailer, and they shipped it to my house. Took 3 days, and it came via Amazon or something, I remember. And I wanted to make sure I was home for that because of Porch Pirates. Now, differences, as you can see right off the top, that one is longer and also wider this way. The ns7III is a bigger unit. The ns7III is more metallic. This one is more plasticky. What else differences wise? Okay, the colors on the ns7III are, the LED lights are always red, as you see. They pretty much are all red, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. Whereas on this one, we're gonna go through it again. I'm gonna show you. When I power it up, gives you an idea. You see blue, orange, greens. You see all these different colors, yellow. And when you power up the NS7, it's powered up, but when I plug it into, like, the difference is here with well, pretty much both of them. They both are powered by Serato. If you plug it in and you activate your Serato program, you can see there's a difference on the lights. The pads will light up here. Same thing with there, letting you know that it's connected to Serato to your computer. And then the pads on the ns7III will be highlighted red, green, blue, yellow. Same here, but the whole pad lights up. You see how it's clear? Those pads? Well, that whole pad lights up. Here, those pads remain black except for the outside of the square, they light up. And they're accented with red, green, blue, yellow. Same thing here, red, green, blue, yellow. And the jog wheels here are smaller than those. The jog wheels there move. They're motorized platters with real pieces of vinyl and slip mats underneath. So it definitely will replicate turntablism for like an actual record player. You know, you got your Technics 1200s style, you know, battle DJs, old school hip hop DJs at the DMX competitions, you know, where you got the ones and twos, the Jazzy Jeff type stuff. That is superior for that type of mixing, scratching, battle DJs, DJ Qbert, Mixmaster Mike, Jam Master Jay, that type of DJ. I highly recommend the Numark ns7III for that type of performance. This one here would be great for an EDM DJ, bedroom DJ, wedding DJ. Not so much a battle DJ, DMX type or Qbert. Not so much. You can scratch on that and it's accurate and all that, but those smaller platters and the fact that they don't move, it's all digital. The only way you know is there's going to be a little light spinning at the BPM where those lights are lit up there on those two circles. That light will spin. But other than that, there's no feedback from you touching the platter. Whereas on that, there's physical feedback because that platter is actually moving, and when you touch it, you bring it back and you let it go, you bring it back and you're scratching, you know you're scratching, you feel it. Here it's virtual scratching. So that's a big difference. So for your traditional turntablist that's, you know, hip hop style DJ, I'm sure they would want the ns7III over the Ddjsx2. I have nothing but good things to say about both controllers. They're both professional. They both work. I've used both of them at gigs, at professional gigs. I've been hired and I've used that one. I've been hired and I've used that one. I personally prefer the ns7III, but I have zero issue with the Pioneer Ddjsx2. The sound output is excellent. They're both great. They both sound great. It's hard to see a difference in the way they sound, but I honestly will say that the sound card and the power output is stronger on the ns7III, but not by much. They're very comparable with the sound card that's inside the microphone and all that, but it seems to me that is more of a beast unit. It's solid build, weight. This one is very light in comparison. I don't know, maybe 15 pounds. That one is about 40 pounds. Really solid, well built. You know you're holding it. It feels quality because of the weight. There's a lot of stuff inside there. The motorized platters inside are literally actual motorized platters that you would use on actual turntables. So that is an actual set of turntables, but you just don't have a needle. That's the only difference. Otherwise, it literally is a turntable. Those literally are pieces of 7-inch vinyl on top that spin around. You just don't have a needle. So you have needle search on both. Your needle search is right here on this one. Let's see if it lights up. It's this right here. It doesn't light up right now, but you could touch that area to scroll through your song. That has it as well. They both have that. Like I said, the layout is about the same. 4-channel mixer, crossfader, 8 control pads, tempo slider, effects and bass, mid-range, tweeter, your master volume, same thing there. The layout is almost identical. It's similar, very similar. There's a few things that are different, but if you know how to operate that, you can operate that. And if you know how to operate that, you can operate this. You'll get used to either or very quickly. You load the tracks the same way. You hit the load for deck A, load for deck B, same up there. So similarity wise, familiarity wise, muscle memory, you'll get it. If you can operate one, you can operate the other. They both have XLR connections in the back. Let me see if I can show you. So you have microphone, same thing, your phono lines, CD lines, USB line to the computer, and then your XLRs right there. And your power button is over there. Turn it off, turn it on. When we turn on, it lights up. There it goes. Lights up all red. That one has Christmas colors, basically. And then there's this special feature that I haven't brought out yet for the ns7III, which is a visual screen that clips on right here. It has 3 screens, and it allows you to look down at the unit while you're mixing instead of looking at your computer all the time. And you can scroll through your song list, load your decks, and check out your waveforms and the beats per minute and stuff like that by looking at these 3 screens on that unit. I don't know where I put that thing. It's let me see if I can find it. I can show you, but if not, there it is. Okay, let me break. There it is, right here. It's not plugged in. I don't have all this stuff, and I don't feel like breaking it all out, but I'll show you what I'm talking about. Here's the unit. See, it says Numark on it. Hold on. See, it says Numark. I still have the coverings over it, even though I've had this thing for over a year. I just like to protect my stuff. So there's a film over. Okay, so there. See how it clicks on? There's a film over here. The middle one is missing. I took that one off. But there's a protective film here and here. I do that on purpose. But see how it says view? You can change the view. Turn that off again. Well, so there it is. That's your 3 screens. It looks really cool. It definitely something that I thought was a nice upgrade. If you have the Numark ns7II and you bought that and you don't want to go buy an ns7III, you don't need to. You can just buy those 3 screens separately, and they retail for about $300, and then you can connect it to the back, and then you in essence now have an ns7III. So that was the only upgrade from the ns7II to the ns7III, is those 3 screens. And I think the color scheme of the whole unit from the ns7II was different. Like the touch pads on the ns7II are gray. Here they're black. So there were some color differences. Other than that, the layout of the ns7II to the ns7III, you couldn't tell the difference. It's identical, other than the ns7III comes with those 3 screens. The ns7II does not, and the ns7II has gray touch pads. That's it. Other than that, it's literally the same exact size, unit, weight, everything. It's the same. Internally, I don't think there was any changes. You can check, but I don't think there was any changes between the ns7II and the ns7III. The big upgrade were those 3 screens and a color scheme change. There are some cool skins that you can purchase for your ns7III, like sticky overlays that are really cool, and there's creative ways to do that. So there's people that sell those overlays, like Marvel Comics, Batman, whatever, or your own DJ logo, and you can layer it over there and sticks onto there. It's really cool. I think they probably do that for this too, but I didn't see anybody ever do it. But for that, I saw a lot of people purchasing these sticky overlays that are really cleverly made, and they ship it to you, and they have instructions, and you put it on in 10-15 minutes and you're done, and you got this unique customizable mixer that is unique to you. Everybody's going to know it's yours because it's got your skins on there. So looking at the size, you can see again, like I said, that's only about 15 pounds. That's about 40 pounds. Lighter, plasticky feel, more metallic, more durable, hard-driven motorized platters that move. It's definitely more of a scratcher style, hip-hop, old school battle DJ. I would go with that, and I use that more than I do this. I've kind of graduated because I did this a lot for like a couple of years. That's all I used. And then when I bought that, I started using that more. I'd use both, but I slowly just gravitated to where I only use the ns7III. But when I mess around at home, I do practice with that still because it's a great unit. It sounds great. It's easy to set up, and it's light. It's small. It's just super simple to use. Very nice board. I can't say enough about it. It's really what kicked my professional mobile DJ game up to the level, because prior to that I was using the DDJ Ergo, which is great, Pioneer, excellent bedroom, backyard type thing. And then I branched out and started doing anniversaries, weddings, parties on a larger scale, and I knew I needed to up my game, so I dropped the 900 and something bucks for that. And once I did that and I got good at it, I said, boom, I saw that, I liked it, bought it, loved it, fell in love with it, and I pretty much exclusively only do gigs using that. So I got a gig coming up in about 3 weeks or 4 weeks. Actually, no, it's about 5 weeks off. It's in October 12th, and here we are, September 2nd. So I'll probably bring that again. You know, I might bring that, but because it's a kids party and it's light, but I usually like to try to show the client that I'm well prepared and I'm professional. So I usually like to go with my more sweeter unit so that I can get follow-on parties and gigs, or people see like, wow, that guy's got some nice stuff and he's a good DJ, he's personable, he's professional, he knows how to bring the heat, he brings his A game, and he brings good equipment. Nothing wrong with that, but I just prefer that. And so that's, in a nutshell, my quick overview and my breakdown and my quick little, I guess, comparison of two great flagship controllers, Pioneer's best, Numark's best for controllerism. And I love them both, but I'm telling you my personal opinion, I prefer the Numark ns7III over the Pioneer Ddjsx2. I didn't do a demo of the sound and all that, but you know, right now my computer's down, I'm getting it fixed. When I get that fixed, I will plug my computer in, and I will show you how Serato works with each of them and the differences. I'll put my studio monitors together, set those up, and then we'll do some sound samples and tests and checks, and we'll play some songs that are, you know, some songs that are royalty free, so you guys can, so I won't get muted, you know, by YouTube. And so that's soon to be, and then you guys can see for yourself the different features, and I'll try to be as comprehensive as possible and show you guys. And if you guys want me to do anything special, go ahead and leave it in the comments below. But look out for that when I get my laptop fixed. I'll set these two up, side-by-side comparison, and I'll scratch and mix, do some beat matching, and show you the features and the effects, sound effects, and all these different things that each of them do. And for anybody who's interested in buying either or, I recommend them. Like I said, you can probably find one of these even at Guitar Center used, probably for like $700 or $800. New, $1,000, around $950, something like that. Online, you might get lucky and get one for about $600 or $700. New or used, that used you're gonna still pay about $1,000 for one of those. New, $1,200 and something for one of those bad boys, because they're tanks, and Numark still hasn't gone past that as their flagship controller yet. So that's still their number one controller at the moment right now in September of 2020. Until they come out with a Numark ns7IV or something else that's more powerful than that, or just has better features. Meanwhile, that's their big baby. That's the one that's making them, you know, puts their name on the map in a lot of ways. They had the ns7I, ns7II, and now here's the ns7III. And I don't know if there's going to be an ns7IV anytime soon, but meantime, that's their flagship controller. This is no longer Pioneer's flagship controller. They have the DDJ1000. That sucker is nice. It's bigger than this, bigger platters, and it has some features inside that little dial right there where you can see the BPMs and stuff like that. It's really cool. This is a beautiful unit, but Pioneer has upped their game, and gone past what this was their flagship controller. Then it went to the SX3, Ddjsx2, which is basically the same thing as this. Then they went to the Ddj1000 SRT or whatever it's called, and that sucker is very nice. It's a little heavier, a little longer, and a little wider, and it has some different features and some cooler stuff. So 2 flagship controllers. That one's still their main bad boy for Numark. This one has been superseded by the Ddj1000, and but this is still a great unit. Again, maybe that's why you can probably find that one for about 700 or something around there. And if you're just getting started, bedroom DJ, doing small gigs, I recommend you start with that. Drop 650 to 750 bucks, get you one of those. That's well worth it, and it's a great, powerful unit. You're off to the races. If you got the coin and you're a turntablist style, hip hop style guy, and you like those moving platters and you want to scratch and mix, boom, I recommend that. So on that note, this is DJ 50 cal of Bulldog Entertainment, professional lighting and sound. And I'm saying to you guys, peace. Keep it together out there. Don't give up. Get them gigs, man. Later.